Here's a live look at Vatican City after the passing of Pope Francis. This morning, we're seeing the first images of Pope Francis after his passing in a simple wooden coffin that he requested. There will be 9 days of mourning for the man known as the People's Pope. ABC's Patrick Revel reports from the Vatican as funeral arrangements have been announced.
The Vatican has now announced that Pope Francis's funeral will take place on Saturday. This morning here in St. Peter's Square, processions of pilgrims have been coming. They're part of a global outpouring of respect for a man who was seen as a people's pope.
This morning, the first images of Pope Francis in his coffin. The video shows a ceremony from last night, a cardinal blessing the Pope. Thousands of Catholics gathering in St. Peter's Square, joining people around the world in mourning for Pope Francis. From his hometown in Argentina to Paris's Notre Dame to this church in Gaza, the Empire State Building lit up in his honor. In Rome, cardinals sealing up the Pope's residence following a centuries-old tradition. Today, cardinals meeting from around the world to decide the date for the Pope's funeral, setting it for Saturday. The Vatican saying the 88-year-old Pope died yesterday morning after suffering a stroke and heart failure.
Cari fratelli e sorelle.
The Pope hospitalized for weeks with double pneumonia earlier this year, but he recovered, and on Easter Sunday he appeared in St. Peter's Square, touring the crowds in the Pope-mobile. Francis delivering a final blessing just a day before his death. The Vatican saying Francis will be buried in Rome's Basilica of St. Mary Major, the first pope buried outside of the Vatican in more than a century.
The funeral should take place no later than 6 days after Pope Francis's death. The conclave to choose a new pope should then take place around 2 to 3 weeks later. Patrick Revel, ABC News, Vatican City.